You spend weeks building a highly capable enterprise AI agent, but when an employee actually asks it a question, the agent replies by dumping a massive, unreadable wall of text into the chat window. Even if that dense paragraph contains perfectly accurate data, like a leave policy, it fails the user. Employees aren't looking for an essay. They need to scan for a specific number in seconds. The experience is even more difficult when the agent needs to collect data. If an employee wants to submit a leave request, the bot forces them through 4 separate consecutive questions, asking for dates, leave type, and reason, one turn at a time. That slow, conversational interrogation clashes with what modern employees expect from a workplace tool. They expect a fast, single-step transaction to get the task done and get back to work. This friction makes interacting with the bot feel like more work than the old manual process. When the agent feels like a hurdle rather than a shortcut, users stop relying on it. Before building complex interfaces, there is an immediate, code-free fix right inside the Copilot Studio message node, the formatting toolbar. Applying bold text to key terms, organizing policies into bulleted lists, and using dynamic topic variables parses dense paragraphs into scannable data. For more complex instructions, inserting an instructional video or a process diagram directly into the chat clarifies a workflow much faster than written text alone. You can also attach quick replies to the bottom of the message. These buttons guide the user to the next step, reducing input errors on mobile devices. A standard message formatting layout vastly improves readability, but it lacks the structure required to present tabular data side by side or efficiently collect user input. This is where we move into the visual layer. Adaptive cards arrange data-rich content into structured layouts. Inside the visual designer, you use layout elements like column sets to align comparable data side by side, placing a label neatly across from its numerical value. Within those columns, you nest content elements, specifically text blocks for the numbers and text, and images for supporting icons to display the information. To ensure the card reflects reality, you use PowerFX to bind these fields to topic variables. This ensures the card surfaces the employee's real-time data, rather than static, hard-coded text. While these informational cards solve the problem of displaying complex data, they are read-only. They do not yet collect the user input necessary to trigger an actual transaction. To make the agent actionable, we have to move from simply displaying data to collecting structured user input, bypassing the need for individual question nodes. The Ask with Adaptive Card node embeds input fields directly into the layout, like drop-downs, calendar date pickers, and text boxes. This collapses a drawn-out conversation into a single, efficient step, replacing a multi-turn sequence with one interaction. When the employee clicks the Submit button, all of their entries are instantly packaged together into one comprehensive data payload and sent back to the agent. Copilot Studio then maps the ID of each input element directly to a topic output variable, making the start date or leave reason immediately available for downstream automation or system updates. Utilizing the Ask with Adaptive Card node is the definitive method for transforming a conversational bot into a high-speed transactional tool. However, a card that looks flawless when you test it in the web portal can completely disappear the moment you deploy it to Microsoft Teams. This failure is caused by schema version incompatibility across different deployment channels. While Copilot Studio's web test pane supports schema version 1.6, Microsoft Teams currently caps its support at version 1.5. If your card references 1.6 layout features, Teams may fail to render the card at all. The fix requires you to open the raw JSON editor and manually declare version 1.5 in the card's header before you finalize the topic. Designing your cards to the lowest common schema denominator ensures consistent rendering and prevents UI failures in production environments. We have traced the transition from unformatted text responses to structured, interactive forms that handle transactions in a single step. Mastering this visual layer and accounting for schema limits ensures that these agents function as reliable transactional tools across every channel you deploy them to. It is time to put this into practice. Open the Visual Designer and begin building your first cross-channel transactional card.